About to talk my shit. I don't ask, can I talk my shit? Cause I know you ain't buy this shit yet, nigga. Nerve of you niggas say you ballin'. If I told you to bought this shit, would've talked this shit. Now ain't that about a bitch? Ain't that about a bitch? I see you about the bitch shit. Arrogance in my cup. Humble up in my blood.
My name is Kylan Alyce, and we're here with Notice Lead, and we're about to get this interview started. We got PMS, and we gotta get into these questions real quick. So does everybody just go ahead and say your name, nickname, however.
Q Third, Monkey Sircus, QX Third on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you know me, but it's Uncle Juju from Kylan Alyce, from PMS, from the Third. You know what I'm saying? However you want to put it.
The King of Trinity, Jonathan Christian Third, from Monkey Sircus.
Okay, so I've known you guys for a minute. I met these guys back in high school when I was fucking in the 9th grade. So I've known these guys for a minute, but I'm gonna let them explain to you how long they've been together and.
Right, okay. So, I mean, actually, I don't even feel right breaking this down. I feel it's only right. Like,
Why
nigga,
Alright.
you know what I'm saying?
Alright.
You gotta.
Okay, so shit go down basically. We started making music a while ago. You know what I'm saying? Me, John Ju, me and Mitch, my homie Mitch. We dropped this project back in like 09 or something like that. Did a follow-up where we became a group. It was me, John, Ju, and Mitch on the beats. Monkey Sircus Candyland 2010. And we've just been rocking ever since then. I mean, really.
Actually, we've been rocking before then.
Okay.
We've been rocking since about 2003. So we've been kicking it.
They've been rocking since about 2003.
Well, I mean, what we rocked 2004?
I met y'all niggas. I met y'all niggas in like, I don't know, 05.
405.
Oh, 405.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we wasn't making music. We were just kicking it.
It wasn't though, it was just a straight kicking, it was just a straight culture. It just wasn't, you know what I'm saying? This is who we is, this is how we express ourselves, you know what I'm saying? And eventually that turned into music. And eventually that turned into shit that people was paying attention to, you know what I'm saying?
So with that being said, who was some of you guys' earlier influences?
Early on. And from Cleveland, we had.
From anywhere.
Well, from Cleveland, because that's.
Cleveland was doing shit. It was shit to pay attention to.
So we had, Chip the Ripper.
You know what I'm saying?
Royalty.
Chip was killing them with all the royalty. You got Fat Out, Puka. You know what I'm saying? You got all them niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That was the majority, maybe Ray Cash.
Motherfucking shout out to Beach Packs. He was killing shit with Goodfellas back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, niggas not even here.
Goodfellas is real tight. I mean, but shit, growing up in the 90s, man, my big shit was like Public Enemy, like Ice Cube, Scarface, tough shit like that. And then you had some lyrical people like Jay-Z.
That's what my house was. I had Jay-Z, I had Outkast, and then my mom playing Erykah Badu, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Lauryn Hill.
Erykah Badu, Lauryn Hill with the vibe. Sade, especially Sade with the cool ass, real like smooth ass. But I don't know if that's like a hip hop influence.
Hip hop, Black Eyed Peas.
I mean, it could be anybody hip hop now.
The Black Eyed Peas before they had Fergie.
Yeah.
No, but Fergie was a shit. Don't talk about
Fergie.
I'm going off of hip hop.
I get it, but you can't talk shit about
No,
Fergie.
I'm not.
dope,
Actually, Fergie had one of the best albums I've ever heard in my life. So, but I wasn't talking about that.
What's going on?
It is what it is, man. She changed music a lot. Her, Gwen Stefani, Justin Timberlake. So, I mean, we can keep going.
Word up, dog.
Okay, whatever. Go ahead. What you was gonna say?
Shit, but majorly, man. Like I said, like in the 90s, it's a lot of these artists that was popping, that was getting shine, wasn't getting shine. Like in the 90s, the late 90s more so, I say we started listening to a lot of like Bone Thugs, especially, man. Like Bone Thugs used to be killing it, especially like the fast flow, the ripping and the shit, creeping on the come up. You know what I'm saying? You had shit like that as opposed to like. You know what I'm saying? Not knocking anything that's coming out now, but I just feel like we were just saying this earlier today, I feel like a lot of people dropping music and it sounded like they wasn't influenced by any of the early hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't got none of that vibe. I feel like if they had grew up listening to the classics and shit like that, then they'd be trying to make
be more
some
aware.
classics.
They'd be more learning than shit. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah, because it's rap and hip hop. Like that's two different things.
And that's a whole other argument in
genre.
itself.
But
Yeah,
it's two
because
different
they
differences.
blend so well, man. Like
They blend.
Nowadays, they don't
well
have
as
any
fuck.
choice but to blend. But at the end of the day, there's a difference. You can tell a rap artist from a hip hop artist.
true. I give you that.
Right.
But shit, as far as today though, and I ain't gonna so that's pretty much for like foundation. You know what I'm saying? It started on like a bunch of like lyrical shit. At least me. You know what I'm saying? But like getting older and like coming into more in this day and age with all like the Turner music and all the club shit and the pop and shit like that, I try to acknowledge the fact that there ain't no reason to like diss the motherfuckers that's not dropping anything deep or that's not dropping anything that's like what you would consider lyrical or something like that. Cause like one of my favorite artists would be like a 2 Chainz or something like that. Cause he got so much personality. Or even Migos, cause they got so much personality. But I ain't gonna listen to them for no lyrics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And where I go play a Jay-Z or a Ab-Soul or like a TD, some people like that,
So
man.
y'all kind of answered my next question, which was going to be, what was the difference between like when you guys first started and now? But
Okay.
Whoa, that's good question though.
Cause y'all was
That's some
getting
dope
into
shit.
it though. You were getting into it because you went into even depth saying about how people are just hip hop and just rapping, just it's two different things. Period.
For sure. And I mean, like, when Purple Monkey Sircus started, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you could look at the rap scene in that day, you know what I'm saying? You could literally count how many people who was, like, out, you know what I'm saying? And that was doing shit on one hand, you know what I'm saying? And they was killing shit, like, they was doing shit, they was eating, you know what I'm saying? It was a whole different time. And so, like, when a nigga would, like, I don't know, set up a show or something, that's, like, unheard of, because nobody's doing that. Niggas is just kind of, like, releasing songs and mixtapes and shit, you know what I'm saying? Niggas set up a show, and in them days, that shit is gonna be crazy. And that shit is about to do fucking numbers, you know what I'm saying? And it did, you know what I'm saying? It was a totally different culture back then, you know? It was just, people were so much more in tune to what the fuck they actually like, you know?
True. It didn't really seem like a made up type of thing, you know, like it wouldn't seem like I like this because everybody like it. It was like, I like this because I like this, and I'm this type of person. I fuck with this shit.
Yeah, like Lupe Fiasco, Kanye West.
Ooh.
When they first were starting off, making that conscious music, but still had that good vibe. You know what I mean? And that changed up a lot of things today.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, it's pretty obvious that you guys aren't afraid to hop on a slow beat or a fast beat, depending on what it is. Just from your musical purposes, I could just tell that.
Word.
So, why do you think a lot of people are scared to do that?
I think, you know, it goes a lot back to people not knowing the actual art form of like hip hop and rapping and MCing and actually handling it. You know what I'm saying? When you started off back in like the let's say if you want to go all the way back to the late 70s even, but I ain't gonna take it that far back. Let's say like early 90s. You have a bunch like a versatile. You had a lot of different groups of people that were dropping with a lot of different style. Everybody that came out didn't have the same style. Everybody came in with their own original self. You know, this is who I am. This is what I'm dropping. And these days it's often like whoever has the hottest style, I'm gonna try to take their style and change it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if the popping thing right now is, I don't know.
Whatever's the next wave.
Yeah, whatever the next wave is.
But you know, I don't think it's that they're afraid to jump on any beat. I think it's just they are stuck in their style.
Exactly. They're too like identified with something that they, you know what I'm saying, feel like
Familiar
they,
with.
you know what I'm saying, that they're familiar with too much with. You know what I'm saying? So they identify with that 100%, and they don't want to leave out of that because they feel like that's their identity.
Damn,
you know
true.
what I'm saying?
And they caught up in that whole form, and they like, if I leave this form, then who am I? You know what I'm saying? If I ain't smoking weed and fucking bitches and rocking the chain or whatever the fuck niggas do, you know what I'm saying? Whatever they do, you know what I'm saying? They feel like, oh well, who am I? You know, they don't know themselves outside of what they already do regularly. They don't know themselves outside of what they conditioned to do or what they done thought. You know what I'm saying? So when you get out of that box, then yeah, you can do whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
You can go hop on 2 Chainz and then do Kendrick after that, and then do, you know what I'm saying, whoever the fuck you want to like rap with.
Yeah.
But I feel like people like to limit themselves because they don't want to look like something else even for that moment, because then your whole reputation might be, oh, well, he this type of person now. But people is versatile. People
we in 2014, you know what I'm saying? And image is everything.
2015.
2015.
7 days
Welcome,
in.
boy.
Right, we in this
7
bitch.
days
But
in.
I'm saying, like, people, like, image is everything these days. Like, it don't matter what a nigga saying, it matters how he's saying it, you know? And, like, the niggas who saying this shit in the dopest manner is the hottest niggas out today, you know what I'm saying? And you know, it is what it is. Like, so we got hella niggas that's hot because they got different ways to say things. The same shit, you know?
So how do you guys stay creative? Like, how do you separate yourself and focus on your style?
I don't feel like it's a matter of us saying, hey, let's stay creative or anything like that.
It's more of a natural thing.
It's more like, all right, be you as much as you can, all right?
Yeah.
Do you. Bring what you bring to the table as best as possible. And I'm going to do me and you going to do him and put this blender together and shit, make this shit pop.
Yeah. I feel like the main thing is just going off of experiences. That's what we usually do, going off of what we're living in today. So I changed my style up just based off of who I am today. You know, I'm not going to rap the same way I did 3 or 4 years ago just because, or yesterday. But I am influenced by the music that's coming out today. Can't help it.
You can't help but be influenced by all music that is a part of your life.
Yeah, definitely. Even if it is what it is, we still get inspired by this shit regardless.
Definitely. Right there and
My nigga told me a quote of his favorite author. He says, like, if you can't not write, don't.
Yeah. And then I got a homie that told us always push the barrier, and that's Mondo the Moon Rock.
Alright, so
Shout out to Mondo.
Young God.
You know where he at. Young God.
So what's your favorite project or favorite song that you guys ever did? I know you guys got like separate projects and solos and shit. What's like your favorite shit that you've ever done?
That, like,
Whether we've heard it or not.
From us?
You personally.
Just me, from me?
As your stuff or stuff included.
Okay,
I think you should answer a Purple Monkey Sircus answer and a Q answer.
What? Project? Okay, well.
I mean, I'm gonna do the same.
Okay, well, I mean, as far as the Purple Monkey Sircus album, man, my favorite still to this day is gonna be like Purple Monkey Sircus 3, Candyland. Like, check if y'all ain't heard that shit, man, check that shit out. Live mixtapes, look at livemixtapes.com or whatever. Purple Monkey Sircus, Candyland is my favorite. And as far as me, I only consider me dropping something outside of the group, maybe for like the little couple albums. I dropped 2, and I got 1 on the way. I say it's one I'm about to drop is my favorite of mine, and like that's about it. Like my Youthful Hopelessness, that's my favorite because it's like the most underground, hyped up shit in the world.
Just to say on the record, my favorite Q shit is Lost Salad.
Okay.
And that bitch turned.
Oh gosh.
But to get into, I guess, my answer of the whole motherfucking subject, my favorite PMS shit, Candyland. You know, my favorite Uncle Juju project. But man, honestly, man, I don't know, man. It's a tough fight between Thursdays and Snow on the Cub. By the way, Snow on the Cub, January.
Coming soon.
Yeah. See, my favorite, I love Candyland, but my favorite would probably be the packs that we released. Pushback and Pill Cabinet. It's just, it seems like it was whatever left over from Candyland, but it was actually a whole different project in itself. It had a whole different vibe and it changed people completely in a whole different direction. I've yet to drop my own solo project, but so I would have to just go with the Epoch EP.
That's a real underground one. If you can find an Epoch EP, that's EPOCH EP. You a real one. Just saying. That's some real nigga shit to find that.
So yeah, I was gonna ask you about upcoming projects, but y'all already threw those out there.
Listen, man, I need to say that again.
So keep
Snow
talking
on the
about
Club, January 31st. You know what I'm saying? That's honestly, I'm pretty sure that's the best Uncle Juju project. And that's regardless of the past, though. I mean, speaking now regardless of the past, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, it's gone, bro. That's all I can say. You see me out here, you can ask me. I can tell you more indefinitely how it's going in person. You see Nico out here, you can ask him. He can tell you more indefinitely
He
how
over
it's
there.
going. You know what I'm saying? My nigga Nico is over there.
He's in the cut.
You know what I'm saying?
Get nigga in this bitch, man.
You find my nigga Pastor Blunt out here, and you don't even know who that is yet. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know who that is. And you see him out here, you ask him, it's gone. You know what I'm saying? You see Rio out here, you ask him, it's gone. You see Corey Grant out here, you ask him, it's